Good morning. This is Susan of the North, also known as Susan Hintz-Epstein, author of Rune Play, with the runes for the week of July 28th through, I'm looking at my notebook, August 3rd. So July 28th through August 3rd. And the first rune for the 28th, the 28th, is Fehu. Fehu is the start of the first rune row, the start of the rune cycle of 24 runes in the Elder Futhark. It is from this potential that everything else arises. I think it's important in drawing Fehu at the start of a day, like today, to remember that every day is a new beginning. Every day holds its potential, and it is what we make of it when we are believing that our life is good and worthy, and we are worthy and worthwhile. We create a potential that holds all kinds of positive probabilities. If we negate ourselves with negative thinking, then Fehu becomes something quite different. We are people, we hold a polarity of negativity and positivity in ourselves. So if we hold the positive polarity, we have a better chance of receiving the outcomes we request. This is the message for July 28th, Sunday. I turn away because I write this in my notebook, because I track this for myself too, to see how the day's prophecy continue into the week. For Monday, I'm digging deep into a pouch. I made this out of a turtle shell that I found on a road-killed turtle. I honored the body, the being, and I brought it home. And on Monday, we are reminded of cycles and seasons. Yara is the harvest rune. It is the rune of the year, and it is also the justice rune. So if this shows up for you today, which is Monday, the 29th of July, it could relate to any of these things. If you are undergoing something, remember that all seasons have a cycle. This too shall pass. If you are building something, such as a garden, you know that it's going to take careful tending, mindful awareness of its tending, and you will reap the benefits of the harvest. If this is a justice situation, know that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and our actions reap their own consequences. Again, this bears in mind of what I spoke to yesterday with if we keep a positive outlook, we'll draw towards ourselves the best potentials. If we don't have a positive outlook, we repel the very things that we're seeking to have. This is Yira, the rune for Monday, June 29th. And I'm putting things back in the pouch this week in case we draw them again. Sometimes these symbols are very significant and they represent lessons that we haven't fully mastered or we're going through at the time. The rune for Tuesday, July 30th, is Othila, and it's arising in its reverse state. I don't know if you can see that well. Red on dark brown with the light shining on a glossy mat. Othila is the rune of the home. There could be, let me just name everything that it represents. It represents the home. It represents real estate. It represents hereditary lands. There could be an inheritance going on. It represents the home of the spirit, which is our physical body, and the input our many, many, many ancestors had in making us who we are today. When it shows up upside down, it means that, I wish I could get a better reflection of this. When Othila shows upside down, reversal, It could mean that we're out of sync with our ancestors. It could mean we're out of sync with our own spirit, in our own spiritual alignment. It could mean something's going on in the home. I've had this rune show up when I've had water leaks inside the house. It could mean there's a problem with a real estate deal. So if you're looking to Othila for anything related to property, real estate, or the house, look to the surrounding runes in the rune draw for corresponding meanings. This is Othila reversed for Tuesday, the 30th of July. On Wednesday, Woden's Day, digging deep. I bet you didn't know that the days of the week were named after some of the Norse gods. Um, this is a good one. We have Wunyo upright. It looks like a P, but it's actually the W in this alphabet. And Wunyo is a rune of joy, contentment, accomplishment. So whatever yesterday's problems were, they've been resolved, joyfully resolved, or satisfyingly resolved. This is Wunyo for Wednesday, July 31st. For Thursday, the first day of August, we are digging deep and coming up with Rido. Rido is the journey rune. On a broader scale, this rune relates to the right rhythm of the universe, being in right relationship with people and friends and spirit, being in right relationship, the journey of life itself. So between birth and death, this is our journey, our soul's journey. So I think I'm just going to leave you with that today, to think of your soul's journey. What have you accomplished? What would you like to accomplish? What is the best going on in your life at this time? If there is something that is not the best that's going on in your life at this time, can you imagine better? And how will you establish going about that? This is Rido, the rune for August 1st, Thursday. Digging deep again. Let's get into Friday, the 2nd of August. I don't know about you, but for me, the summer's been going by way too fast. I have drawn for today. This is interesting. I drew two runes. I put Rido back in. I'm doing that this way this week. So in case the rune has a message for us, but this time Rido came up reversed. And the rune that came with it is one of my own symbols. I've combined the upright and the reversal of Elhaj, which is to me representative of the tree of life. When it's a singular rune without roots and crown, just roots or crown, it's about consciousness and becoming conscious. I use the symbol both ways because to me, trees are very conscious beings. I have many tree friends, and yes, I'm a self-confessed tree hugger. But the journey of life, when it's reversed, is reminding us that we can be at all times up and down the tree. The human body, with its corresponding energy system, we have chakras. We have a root, a sacral chakra, a solar plexus, a heart chakra, our throat chakra, our brow chakra, which is our intuition, and our crown chakra. So we are like trees. We stand upright because we're conscious, and that's how human beings transmit energy for the planet. I explain this way because when this is united with the journey rune, the soul journey, are we consciously in right rhythm with the universe and what's going on around us? And because the two runes came up today, it's very poignant to me to look at the human collective. And humanity is so out of touch with the laws of the spirit. We have religions. Religions are ways to get us into education of the spirit. But so many of our religions have become political. They don't serve the individual, but very well. They don't help us to step into enlightenment. To step into enlightenment, you need to understand your being, your energy being. Your body is also an energy being from the root to the crown. So when we're out of touch with right rhythm and right law, Rido shows up reversed. Individually, we have the choice to do something about it. It's easier working with ourself than it is trying to influence other groups of people who have all kinds of beliefs that don't agree with you or me. So to turn the soul around, I'm going to leave you with a question today. Am I in conscious alignment with the planet that is my home? Am I in conscious alignment with my own spirit? Am I in conscious alignment with the spirit of life? This is very high, but it's very beautiful. And when we stand in alignment, we are at peace with ourselves. We can find peace more easily with other beings. We can find inner calm more easily at times when life is not going as we would like. So, this is the message for today. And it's also a message for me. I'm not standing above anybody. I may have more education in these things than some people, but I share this because it's so important to me to heal the human collective in our relationship with Earth. So here I am just doing my thing. Okay, so being conscious today and holding your soul in alignment with life as it is. Write that down. Journal book. And now for Saturday, the final rune draw for the week ahead. We have Wyrd. This is spelled W-Y-R-D. In the Norse, the word Wyrd is about destiny. It's about fate. It's about karma. This symbol is the one from which all the other symbols come. I keep it in my rune drawer to remind myself to be centered and grounded and flexible and resilient. I just wanted to show you this because it sort of is a profound reflection of what we talked about for Friday. The soul in right alignment is in alignment with your own destiny and your highest good. And the question that comes to me now that some of you may be asking, if you're not sure how to get into soul alignment, if you're not sure how to approach becoming following your destiny instead of just accepting whatever fate hands you, it's about becoming conscious. It's about developing your will, being consistent with those things that are right for you. When I began my soul journey many years ago, I needed the art of meditation. I went down to a creek and I just sat there quietly, observing everything that was going on around me. And it took me out of myself and back to myself at the same time. In that, my intellect stopped, my being engaged, my sensory apparatus engaged with the world around me. And it was a beautiful, peaceful moment that I resolved to carry forward into my life. But I had to have the will to stick with it. It was a beginning. If you're having trouble calming your mind, if you have trouble finding a place to go visit nature, you can simply sit where you are, light a candle, follow your breath. The Buddhists begin with a count of 10. Take 10 breaths, concentrate on your breathing, and begin again with 10. There's nothing wrong with beginning again. It's not about how advanced we are. It's just a skill set that we develop to be more in harmony with ourselves. If you have questions about beginning these things and you want to connect with me, you can email me at susan@runeclasses.com. That is SUSAN at RUNECLASSES.com. Or I think I have my phone number posted on this channel sometimes. It's 518-719-6437 if you wanted to book a session. Just leave a voicemail. I have a busy phone. I don't always get to answer it. So I will get back to you if you leave a clear message that you want to communicate, and we can do this thing. I'm Susan of the North, also known as Susan Hintz-Epstein. If you're curious about my book, Rune Play, you can go to Amazon.com and look for it there. That's Rune Play, RUNEPLAY, 2 words. And it's a book on, I got the cover right here. It's a book on tools for spiritual evolution and transformation. It's about growing into yourself. It's about becoming who you are, using the runes as a way to communicate with the divine. I hope you all have a good week.